Thank you, Senator Scott, and thank you, Senator Rosen. Um, Ms. Newfang, I think we've seen more return to personal travel than we have business travel. How much of that do you think is just a changing of how people are going to handle their business travel in the future, and how much of it do you think is responding to anything the government could do about it?
Thank you for that question. We do know that from our members, 79% expressed within recent weeks that they experienced disruptions in their companies and their business due to government regulations that banned or prevented them from doing travel. And where we see it is that the incoming test currently prevents on an individual level, someone, an American unwilling to leave the country, not knowing if they can come back home, and for an international traveler who may represent a large corporation or a group who's traveling, that there's this big investment in meetings, and if they can't attend that meeting because they then test positive, it becomes a huge downward spiral in their budgets and their impact. So we do see that there's resistance to invest in having those meetings, especially in the United States, while we have this ban, and it's very important that we remove that. We think at the same time that there is a new reality with travel and work and remote work and the kinds of in-office or out-of-office work life that we have today. But we also know that there's new kinds of travel that come with that. We know that there is travel that is happening where remote workforces now need to get together once a month, once a quarter, or every 6 months to have strategy sessions and do that. Those were things that used to happen on campus that didn't require travel. We call that return to base travel, and there's other kinds of travel that is required now as a result of the new normal. So we think the new normal may look different, but the spend should actually get back to those current levels by the end of 2024. And we've been lagging on the international front while we've been moving straight ahead on the domestic front.
Mr. Coutier, what about I know your numbers are high, and obviously the airport is being utilized in a significant way, but what do you see in terms of return of your domestic numbers versus your international incoming flights?
Okay, thank you, Senator. One of the things that I think are the most amazing regarding our numbers is that we are, like I said, we're the #1 airport for international passengers, but we're still not back 100%. We're still about 80 to 85% back international. As I mentioned before, on any given day, we're anywhere from 100 to 105% back domestic. So, but to underscore what Ms. Barnes said, business travel, international, I think is where the untapped market lies. So if we can get these restrictions lifted, we could really tap into that, that one missing piece that will get us over the top, which is the international business traveler. I think we're getting very close when it comes to leisure international travel, but if we can really tap into that business travel market, I think that would really put us over the top. Again, we're #1 in the U.S., but we're still not back, and we're about 80 to 85% back international. I mean, I think we could be way better once these restrictions are lifted and we tap into that business travel market.
Well, I think I signed a letter with at least 30 senators that said eliminate the test coming into the country for people that are vaccinated. I'm hearing all three of you, I think, say that might be the single biggest thing we could do. Ms. Barnes, where are we on the whole topic of the kind of help people need for their destinations to work? Where are we on H-2A and B and other permits like that?
Thank you for the question, Senator. And first, thank you very much for your leadership on the emergency funding for Brand USA. Here in Orlando, where I am right now at our International Travel Trade Show, it's been highly recognized how important Brand USA is to the recovery. But just to underscore really quickly the point on pre-departure testing, we've got, great that we have the funding for Brand USA. We could be doing even more if we were able to couple that with an elimination of this pre-departure testing. Our estimate is that 5.4 million visitors and $9 billion in travel spending could happen this year, coupled with that Brand USA, if we lift the pre-departure testing right now. So it really is important that we do that. Another issue that you mentioned there are the need to increase the H-2B visa allotment, because right now we don't have enough workers, and we need to ensure that we are able to welcome folks both domestically and internationally. And for every 100 jobs across all industry sectors, there's 65 people, Americans, I'm sorry, looking for work. So clearly we don't have the workforce that we need here with 1.5 million jobs open in leisure and hospitality. So we need to increase that H-2B visa cap, and we need to allow folks that have already gotten an H-2B to be waived from being held against the cap. So we need more workers, Senator. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Barnes, and thank you, Chair.
Excuse me. Next, I'd like to recognize remotely Senator Klobuchar.
Well, thank you.